Can you say welcome to Seattle?
Welcome to Seattle.
I'm DJ Semtex, hip-hop DJ for BBC Radio 1 and 1 Extra. Semtex. Right now it's time for 3 hours of the sickest, most hot-banging hip-hop around. Since day one, I've been supporting Seattle-based hip-hop duo Macklemore and Ryan Lewis on my show. I was there to interview them at one of the very early shows way back in 2012. But you know what? Things didn't go exactly to plan. Mac Main's gonna be performing tonight with Ryan Lewis.
Did you just call me Mac Main?
Since then, they've gone on to become one of the biggest hip-hop acts in the world, selling millions of copies of their debut album, The Heist, winning Grammy Awards, playing the biggest venues across the world, racking up over 1 billion video hits on YouTube. What's most impressive is that they've done it all by themselves, done it independently with no record deal, just their very own hand-picked team. So now I'm setting off to the US to visit the band in their hometown of Seattle. We're gonna hang out in their private studio. We're gonna sit down with Macklemore and Ryan. We're gonna check out the sights and sounds of Seattle that inspire their music.
Pacific Northwest.
And meet the inspirational family behind one of the biggest independent successes the music industry has ever seen. This is the story of Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, A Seattle State of Mind.
Memories of Seattle hip hop. I remember the sit and spin. Listen to Rap Attack. Listen to.
Just touched down in Seattle. That's right, it's official. Semtex in Seattle. It's the first time I've ever been here. I'm here to see Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, and I'm gonna go to their complex, which they don't really invite a lot of people down there. It's kind of an elusive place. It's very much on the rap, so I'm gonna make my way there. But before I do that, I've gotta go shopping.
1995, the division series. Eggers at the bat, bottom of the 11th inning. Got the whole town listening. Swung on and belted. The words distorted. Joy core rounds third. Here comes Griffey. The throw to the place, not in time. My oh my, the Mariners win it. Yes, fireworks, they lit up that ceiling in the Kingdom. We had just made history.
Semtex.
Yo, what's going on, man?
Homie.
You all right?
Josh Dick, co-manager. Welcome to Macklemore and Ryan Lewis headquarters. This is where the magic happens.
That's the hat from Thrift Shop, right?
That is the hat from Thrift Shop. This is our closet where we keep all the clothes we bring on tour. Those are the costumes. This first one, as you probably recognize, is Sir Raven Bowie.
Yeah.
In all its glory.
Does he wear that as off stage nights out as well?
Only on Thursdays. This is a pinball machine that was given to us by a promoter after we sold out 3 nights at Key Arena, which was an amazing accomplishment. That is the diving board that we used for the video Arrows that just dropped. This is where the Rolling Stone cover shoot took place. This is where it happened. If you feel that energy and aura.
And that must be the hard drive with the Arrows video on it, right?
48 hours ago, this entire floor was littered with mattresses and computers and staff trying to make sure that this video came out today. So you guys came as we have now been able to finally clean it up. You guys want to see Ben and Ryan?
Yeah.
All right.
Macklemore, rapper.
Hey. What's going on, man? Right? Cool?
Good to see you, man.
Yeah, nah, man. So good, so good.
I like the sweatshirt.
Yo, representing.
Brand new.
Went shopping straight away.
We got the classic OG Mariners colorway with the pitchfork. Authentic.
I do this.
I do this. It's good to see you, man.
I'm a little bit gassed right now because a lot of things have happened. 2 years ago, we met in an alley. I got your name wrong by accident. Anyway, fast forward to two years later, we're in your own studio, we're in your own complex, in your hometown. How important is your hometown to your story?
The hometown is everything. The hometown is the foundation of it all. Seattle.
Seattle is a special place. City, water, mountains. It's like no other place in the world.
We're in the corner up here. We're secluded from LA. We think that we're not like LA at all. We think those are people with plastic surgery and like fake breasts, and we just think we're more legit than that.
Ryan Lewis, producer.
To start making music from this region, there is not a guidebook like there might be for someone in New York or someone in other places.
This region, the Northwest Seattle, is so overlooked in terms of hip-hop music. People hear Seattle, they immediately think Nirvana and grunge music and Starbucks and Boeing and Microsoft. But the last thing that forever people thought about was hip-hop music. So to me, I've always been so proud of the scene, and there's something very genuine and authentic about the fan love here in the Northwest.
Like, one of the most pivotal parts of me and Ben's career was 3 nights sold out at the Showbox as local artists. That was big.
Andrew Mattson, Seattle Times.
People turn into sold out shows in a minute. Now I'm watching my pops in the back row grinning with his glass up to my mom toasting his Guinness.
Welcome to the Showbox in beautiful downtown Seattle. It's an iconic venue, the Showbox. 1,200 people. It's a big show.
When I did see sold out shows here at the Showbox, what were those shows like?
You could feel it, that it was just 100% devotion. While he's rapping, everybody's going nuts, and between songs, it's dead silent, and he's basically preaching. And Mix-a-Lot got on stage and did this like ceremonial passing of the baton.
The reason why we are able to step on stage tonight is because he paved the way and laid the foundation for what this night is right now, and that is Sir Mix-a-Lot.
And Mix-a-Lot said, you know, you've got it now, so run with it. And basically, I was the big dog, but now you're the big dog.
The Prince of C-Town, Macklemore, I hand you this baton and run, baby, run, man.
It was the succession of rap royalty in Seattle.
Seattle for life, y'all.
It just felt like a moment.
While I'm in town, I want to find out more about the Seattle hip-hop scene. I'm on my way to hook up with 3 of the hottest up-and-coming MCs.
Jarb D, More Gang, artist. Sam LaChap, rapper.
Yippee Gab, MC, artist.
What's going on, guys? What's going on? So tell me about Seattle hip-hop. Who's the first person you heard that reps where you're from?
I just remember seeing Sir Mix-a-Lot. That's like the first person I've heard, you know, from the town.
I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny.
Yeah, it's a small city, so like we all really grew up in kind of the same area, and we all kick it with each other, you know, so it's been a natural collaboration of everybody.
Haters looking stupid, throwing shade up on the sun. I'm with my gang, where you at?
I don't know anymore. My whole posse came through the party when she opened the door. And if you're down with the freak, I'll be your man for the week. They mess around behind your back, they call me Zambi the cheat.
We don't have really like an accent, you know, anything distinguishing to, you know, unless we say it. Like, if you hear someone from the East Coast, you know, with an accent, okay, he's from the East Coast or down south, but, you know, you kind of have to let it be known from Seattle. Not Cali, not Portland, from Seattle. It's more gang, get bitch.
Now, where you at?
Chad Butler, known as Pimp C, died in a Los Angeles hotel room. The LA County Coroner's Office ruled the rapper's death accidental and attributed to a combination of
apnea and syrup. And we know that syrup on the streets usually has codeine.
Absolutely. We have a problem now with the cough syrup epidemic.
The point that it clicks, from me personally, Other Side was huge. It was the first song that we put out that got an immense reaction.
Jason Koenig, music video director. The first video we did together was a song called The Other Side. It's one of the most powerful songs I've ever heard.
I mean, this was a person who went to rehab and had been trying to get sober for a long time. And he was probably the first rapper to make a song not glorifying syrup. And so he shared his perspective on his own addiction.
In the beginning of the video, you see a group of teenagers in the back of a car doing drugs, and that's how it started. And it was fun, and it was relational, and it was social, and very quickly you see it deteriorate to this thing where he's in a room by himself.
I think his level of vulnerability on a record was really high.
Trust me, it's not dope to be 25 and move back to your parents' basement.
So for me as his producer, I learned who Ben was, I think, through that song.
At what point were you like, all right, we need to focus and commit to making The Heist?
The true beginning of The Heist, I mean, Can't Hold Us, I made in 2007.
That caught my attention. I discovered that track for myself, and I was like, it's dope.
Ray Dalton, singer of Can't Hold Us. I got involved with Macklemore and Ryan Lewis by Ryan Lewis. He hit me up on Facebook, had me come in the studio, and I met Ben, and I just made a bunch of melodies. And Ben was like, wait, do that again. And he answered was like, here, sing this. And I was like, can we go back? This is the moment. And it happened like that, like, snap.
Can we go back? This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Can we go back?
I was like, what if I sing Macklemore in like an operatic voice? So I was trying to like impress him. And I was like, Macklemore. And he was like, yep, we gotta keep that. Nearly overnight, boom, everything just blew up. Every year, every month would just get better, bigger, and crazier. And it was insane.
Let's take it back to the beginning.
Back in the day.
Now, before the success that you've had before The Heist, how did you first meet Macklemore?
So I found him on MySpace, and friend requested him, in which he sent me a message. And for me, at like 15 or 16 years old, I was like, whoa.
I don't even know why I clicked on his profile, but for some reason I did.
He wanted a beat, but more honestly, he wanted the sample that I flipped.
Yeah, the drums weren't that tight.
So we met up at my parents' house.
Ryan's like, hey, nice to meet you. Like, I was like, this kid is so high on ADD medicine right now.
I just showed him photography, I showed him graphic design, I showed him more beats.
He couldn't focus on one thing. He's showing me everything he does. He's like, I take pictures, I do video, I make beats. Like, this is my dog, meet my cat. Like, I'm like, this kid is crazy. And I had never met a kid like that.
So right now I'm on the way to the thrift shop to meet the singer behind one of Macklemore Ryan's biggest hits. But you know what? I'm starving. As you can see, I'm outside the Dick's Diner. It was featured in the White Walls video. Everybody who I've met in Seattle is saying, you've got to go here, you've got to get one of the burgers. You're gonna have to excuse me, I'm gonna turn into a savage. I'm about to demolish something right now. Hi, yeah, I'm all good. Can I get a double cheeseburger and fries? Cheeseburger? Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, dope, thanks a lot.
Tires with the spokes on it, in the Vogue suit. Mustard and mayonnaise, keeping the buns all on my dogs, hanging out the window, love trying to blow a mind.
This cheeseburger is go. It's cool. It's not knocking me out. It's all right though.
You're not from Seattle, are you?
Not at all, Wayne. Clearly not.
Juan, singer, thrift shop.
some tags. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm hunting, looking for a come up. This is awesome.
The hit record that you played on is called Thrift Shop.
Yep.
Like, what exactly is it about?
Ben always shopped at thrift shops to find stuff that wasn't the typical look.
Hella deep, headed to the mezzanine, dressed in all pink, set my gator shoes, those are green draped.
I do think that some of the shots from the video came from this very store.
It was 99 cents.
It's not very hip-hop to talk about buying second-hand clothes, is it?
Well, no. I mean,
I've never heard anyone do it before.
Right, but the thing is that it takes a really creative person to take something like these, right? And then find a shirt to match it, find a hat to match it, right? Find shoes to go with it. You get creative, and I mean that's the kind of artist he is.
I'ma take your grandpa style. I'ma take your grandpa style. No, for real. Ask your grandpa, can I have his hand-me-down?
How old are you now?
I'll be 53 in October.
Thrift Shop, it's a big moment for you, a life-changing moment, right?
Completely.
The song, the video. How did that come about?
I was just doing my workaday thing, 8 to 4:30, Monday through Friday. Then all of a sudden this happened. Then it was chance of a lifetime. Everything that I've ever dreamed of since I was, 6, 7 years old. I always dreamed about touring, and I always dreamed about being on a big stage, being on award shows, being on television shows. And in the last years, because of Thrift Shop, every single one of those things has happened.
This is awesome. The king of the thrift shop.
I said to a record exec once, "You gonna holler at Macklemore?" And they were like, "No, because he has the wrong ideology for this industry."
And I say this with humility. I don't say this cocky. I say this with honesty. I think that we change the ideology of the industry.
9 a.m. West Coast time. It will be your first opportunity to pre-order the deluxe edition of The Heist. It's only available at MacklemoreMerch.com.
Being unsigned for the guys is history being made. No huge artist is not signed. Everybody's signed.
There was a whole period of time that we were open to a record deal. But it just became more and more obvious over time that we could do this, and we wanted to do this.
Macklemore and Ryan Lewis brought their own idea that we've been doing this in-house for so long, printing our own albums, our own t-shirts, doing our own videos, doing our own graphic design. We don't necessarily need your team or want your team.
They could pay for the best of the best of the best, and what they decided is they already have the best. Awar Runga and Andrew Joslin and Ray Dalton, all these people have been there since the beginning. The dancers, Anna is the same dancer that was dancing at the Showbox in those sold-out shows 7 years ago.
First, it was like a team. We're all on the same team, and it became family. We were in San Francisco last night, and Mary just happened to be in LA. She came down and she did Same Love with us for the first time in months. And just to hear the grit in her voice gave me chicken skin, because it was like the family was back together again.
I mean, the first 2 bars are when I was in 3rd grade, I thought that I was gay.
When I was in the 3rd grade, I thought that I was gay, because I could draw. My uncle was, and I kept my room straight. I told my mom.
Some people think you're gay because you said that.
There's like 25% of the population, maybe 50% of the population thinks I'm gay because of that bar. Who cares? I know my truth.
Idea of what it all meant, but those that like the same sex have the characteristics. The right-wing conservatives think it's a decision, and you can be cured with some treatment in religion. Man-made rewiring of a predisposition, playing God.
I had a conversation with Ben, and it was in one of the early stages of writing. He's like, "What do you think of the song?" And I was like, "It pushes the boundaries of what I think and what I believe, and it makes me question things, and it's absolutely gonna cause a cultural wave." And I asked him a question, and I was like, "Is this your hill to die on? People are gonna hate you for this." People are gonna love you for this. People are gonna hate you for this.
Even if I tried, even if I wanted to, my love, she keeps.
When you were making that track, did you ever feel like, as an MC, that this might be a bad move?
Yeah, absolutely. At the time, I had like Schoolboy Q on the record, Absol. I'm like, what are they gonna think? You know, are they gonna want to be on the album? Like, all of the hip hop community could hate me for Same Love, but if I put a song out there that helps people free some of this shit that's in their heart, or lessen some of the fear and some of the hatred that we've been ingrained with in our society, if a record can do that, that's far greater.
It's the same hate that's caused wars from religion, gender to skin color, the complexion of your pigment, the same fight that led people to walkouts and sit-ins. It's human
Same
rights.
Love was literally political because of the climate at the time. I think a white, straight person with that message in their mouth is powerful to a lot of white, straight people who need to hear it from somebody who they can relate to.
It made me think differently about equality and about people. It changed my parents' point of view. It culturally shifted the dynamic of our entire nation. People deserve to be loved.
Since we were in the alley and I was Mac Main, it has exploded, and I'm so grateful for it, man.
I hope the guy decides to talk through if the people decide.
A lot of independent artists now, they use a new verb, and when you speak to them, they're like, well, yeah, I want to Macklemore the game. It's dope, right?
It's a verb?
It's a verb.
Yeah, that's crazy. I think that hopefully, if anything, our story inspires other people to tell the real version of themselves, not what they think people want to hear. You know, whatever Macklemore in the game is, I hope that that's what that represents. More so than ever, you can make it in this game doing it by yourself. Have more creative control, make more money, and be happier on your own.